pretrial hearing.
Well, you all need to file those and file it today, and it'll be heard today. Thank you.
I don't know that I can file it today.
This case has been going on since July 2024, so it needs to be filed today. We've been here forever. File the motion.
This is the state's delay, not mine.
Mm-hmm.
You understand that?
I do understand that. And what I'm telling you is motions need to be filed. All right. Why would I go along with that? She's been missing. Did y'all even confer with the supervising officer before y'all reach y'all agreement? You know, looking at other.
This is how a legal drama starts. On a hostile clock, the defense attorney says, I don't know that I can file it today, practically begging for a delay on a motion. But the judge is laying down the law. File today and it'll be heard today. This aggressive deadline is a huge power move. It forces the issue and shows the court is absolutely tired of procedural delays. The message is clear. Get ready to fight right now or forfeit your right.
People, you all need to go confer with her. Go confer with her.
Go have a seat, ma'am.
Mr. Tonga, sit down. You're making me dizzy. We're getting.
Yeah. Yes. I got 12 months, whatever, probation.
Who are you talking to? Who are you talking to, Mr. Tonga? Sit down. So I'll see you on your trial day. I will see you on your trial day, sir. You're excused.
Now, Judge, she's currently has an ankle monitor GPS tracking, and she's under house arrest. And rather than have two monitors, we're asking that it be partial, some sort of partial house arrest so that she can take care of business, and including visiting with me.
Wait, rewind. A defendant facing their alleged 8 DWI. That one sentence immediately reframes the entire hearing. The state's objection to removing the GPS monitor isn't just routine. It's a desperate plea for public safety. The defense wants the GPS off, but the state argues that an ignition interlock, which only stops one car, is useless if she can get into a non-interlock vehicle. This is the core legal conflict. Personal freedom versus community safety. What do you think? Should a history this long automatically revoke bond conditions?
Because it's time, there are time constraints. And I don't want to have to deal with that.
I'm not the one who put her on GPS. State, are you ready to address GPS issues?
Yes, Judge. In talking with Mr. Sharman, I guess the state has a number of questions. Mr. Sharman's related that she has a number of business interests, both in this county and out of county. I just wanted to maybe see if we can get more information on that before making a decision to switch to partial. And I kind of understand it's more to do with land and other regulation in other counties. Is that correct?
All right. Then what I can tell you is I'm not going to address the issue with GPS as far as removal. But of course, with GPS, she's allowed to visit her attorney. And I will place in this order a defendant allowed to visit her attorney for legal matters. And then any other issues with GPS, you all need to file a motion and I will hear it.
I think we've already filed a motion to modify.
I think we did.
Yeah. And
okay, I don't have that. If you want to go to back and have them pull it. State, are you ready to have that heard?
Yes, sir.
All right. So if somebody will pull that motion for me, I will hear it.
Okay. Get the file and bring it to you.
Yes. Well, there is no file, but there should be a motion.
Okay.
Judge, first
Two things. Yeah.
Well, Judge, the first thing is that the blood discovery order was never signed. So we need that in order to actually send off and get.
Okay. I've signed it previously, but I'll sign it again.
You signed it?
Yeah, I've signed it previously. I remember signing this.
I've been looking all over for the order. I went to two clerks and they didn't find it.
And you want to sign that, Mr. Escobar?
Yes, Judge.
And Ms. Ferguson, if you can make a copy for them or that, or have the clerks give him a copy.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. All right, you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Marie, are you ready? Court is calling 2024 CR 6359, State of Texas versus Kelly Cotner. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
Defense?
George Sharman on behalf of Ms. Cotner.
Are you Ms. Cotner?
Yes, Judge.
All right, defense has filed a motion to alter and amend bond conditions. They're asking for removal of the GPS monitor. State, do you have any objections?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state, what are your objections?
Judge, I believe the defendant's a DWI for the protection of the community. I think that the GPS should stay in place. Again, this is for the safety of the community. This is something that has been an issue where when she gets in a car, there's possibility that she could be drinking. So that's what the state's main concern is.
All right, is she on a ignition interlock?
Yes, I am.
Well, now, excuse me, don't do that unless you're called as a witness. Does ignition interlock address that issue or does it not address the issue?
Judge, again, the word is that the frequency of the DWI is the number is set. An ignition interlock on one car doesn't mean that she's completely unable to get into another car. So that's why the state's concern for GPS is also to have that in place to give extra protection.
All right, so how will GPS show she's not in a vehicle though?
Well, Judge, if she has any type of real house arrest or partial, we know where she is. We know what that what her blueprint's going to be. If she's not on GPS and we have no idea where she's going, she can leave her car with the ignition interlock there at her home and then immediately get into a car that's not with the ignition interlock.
All right, so she has put in here, or at least there's a letter attached to the motion stating that she is helping someone go to their doctor's appointments. So do you have any objections to her going to doctor's appointments with someone?
Her doctor's appointments, no.
Yeah. It's to another person, Mr. Eloy Lopez.
Really.
Have you had a chance to to read the affidavit that is attached to the motion? All right. So state, did you have a chance to review the affidavit attached to the motion?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you still have your same objections?
Yes.
All right. First question.
The defendant, Kelly Cotner, just delivered compelling, tear-jerking testimony about being a vital caretaker for an elderly veteran. But the judge is a legal scalpel. Why can't that be done with GPS? The answer is the key technicality. GPS requires 24-hour notice for trips. Mr. Lopez's sudden needs are incompatible with the strict surveillance. This is a defense's only real leverage. The human element of emergency care against the cold, hard logic of the system.
And defense.
Yep.
Is this, the state has said that she has allegedly over 8 DWIs. Does she allegedly have over 8 DWIs?
That have been alleged, yes.
Okay. All right. So you've heard the state's concerns.
Well, I would like Ms. Cotner just to tell you why she needs to do this.
All right. Can you raise your right hand?
Yes,
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
yes, Your Honor.
All right. You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Kelly Cotner.
All right. You may ask your questions.
Okay, Ms. Cotner, just explain to the judge why you need to get that off of you to help this gentleman. Why?
I am currently the caretaker for an elder gentleman by the name of Eloy Lopez Sr. And Mr. Lopez is 87 years old and he has some cognitive decline. And he's recently, I helped him recover. I administered drops and home recovery from 2 cataract surgeries. He loves me like a daughter now. I do everything. I feed him. I wash his dishes. I make sure that he does not have any falls. He uses a walker to get around, and he depends on me. And he cries and he really cares for me, and I'm enjoying and getting a lot of fulfillment out of helping this man because he genuinely needs this help. He's hard of hearing, and when he goes to doctors or stores, I'm very gentle and kind with him, and he's not afraid to speak with me, and I can understand what he's trying to say rather than a stranger who might not be familiar with him might yell at him and try to understand what he's trying to say. I've been able to do that with doctors, nurses, and secretaries, etc. And this man loves me like a daughter, and I would like to be able to take him in an Uber comfortably and assist him at the doctor's office, at the grocery store where he can pick out his favorite groceries. which I provide for him.
All right, why can't that be done with GPS?
Well,
No. She's on the witness stand. Why can't that be done with GPS?
Well, Your Honor, I've had no violations after 8.5 months on GPS.
No. My question is, why can't that be done with GPS?
Well, I have to put in 24 hours notice for any GPS needs, which I've been able to do successfully for any needs of my own. But Mr. Eloy Lopez sometimes thinks right at the moment that he might need.
All right, State, with regards to her testimony, do you have any questions?
How long have you been employed by Mr. Lopez?
Since January of 2024.
And so far, you've had no issues reporting to probation or to pretrial any type of trip that you take to help him out. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So far, you've been able to accommodate helping him while also being on GPS.
Made it happen. It's been difficult, but yes.
Nothing further to say.
All right, any other questions?
well, Ms. Cotner, are you asking to be able to take him to other locations that you do not have access to right now?
Well, I have access to, what do you?
Well, in other words, you are in lockdown at home, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And if he needs to go somewhere, you can't take him without permission. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. Are you asking the judge to allow you to take him where he needs to go without having to contact pretrial services?
Yes, sir.
All right. So this is the court's suggestion. My suggestion is you all step back. I'm not going to remove GPS. The problem is, one, people in my court, I don't allow them to be home healthcare providers, and that's what she's doing. However, she's not been convicted of this offense for the court. So the occupation is her occupation. I'm assuming, hopefully, that the family knows her history before they hired her. So I'm not going to remove the GPS. Y'all need to step back and work on a schedule.
Court's decision is highly nuanced. She denies a motion to remove the GPS, but also acknowledges the defendant's work is legitimate since she's not convicted. The compromise? The lawyers must create a detailed, pre-approved schedule that includes her caregiving duties. This allows her to continue helping Mr. Lopez while maintaining court control. It's a classic example of a judge balancing the law, public safety, with fairness, not punishing her for non-criminal, positive acts.
And that will be her schedule because she is on partial. So y'all work on a schedule that includes the person that she is caring for. And I would suggest that an address for that gentleman be included in this. All right. Is there anything else?
Nothing to say.
I'll get with the state on that.
And if y'all will work on that, it will come back.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. On this case, blood discovery in?
No. You haven't?
I think that's incorrect. I think it's already provided.
All right. So, yes, I have in my notes that blood discovery was received on November 18th. And the state was to tender an offer today.
Wait a minute. The diskettes have been given to me?
If I'm informed correctly, yes.
I don't have it in my file.
All right. He doesn't have it in his file. If you have a copy, if you could give him another copy.
And I've
then-
been looking for the diskettes at the window. I mean,
Okay. All right. They have it. So you'll have it. But I have it as being tendered on November 18th.
okay. Now there's an additional issue
Yes.
regarding
You'll see.
Judge, that the motion that we filed was more encompassing than that. We want to know not only the status of his cases, but if there's any cooperation agreements that he's having with.
Well, I can't answer your question until they tender what they have to you, or if they think it shouldn't be tendered until I do an in-camera inspection. So I don't have it.
Well, okay, then just I didn't want to limit it just to.
Mhm.
Okay, very good.
All right. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm resetting this for January 14th. The disciplinary records need to be here in my possession, or either the person who has access to that needs to be here explaining why they don't have it.
And then I guess the diskettes for blood, I'll have to check on that because we don't have it.
Your Honor, I think those might be these,
What, the blood discovery?
this little folder that says Kelly Cotner Blood Discovery.
Okay. All right, there you go.
Okay, then I'll pick it up from them now.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you for dressing appropriately for court. Once you sign the reset form, you'll be excused.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. John Roberson.
Yep.
Now, so for this case, there were some officer records or something
Yes.
in state.
We're not going to sponsor that officer's witness.
All right. But the question is whether you are going to sponsor the officer or not. Did that officer have anything to do with this case?
Yes, he did.
She did.
So then the question becomes whether or not the defense is just going to accept that that officer is not going to be called as a witness, because maybe they want to call the officer as a witness. I don't know. So where are we on that? Have you all conferred over that?
Well, not over that. I mean, he's not somebody I would want to call with.
All right. So then do you need the records then? Since they say they're not sponsoring him as a witness, they're not going to call him.
That's correct. Now, because of that, there's a secondary officer that they intend to go forward with, who didn't make the arrest, who didn't make the stop. And I've got some motions I'd like to file on that.
Well, why? I mean, I don't understand why that hasn't been done. What motions need to be filed on that?
Well, I don't know that that officer can sponsor this other officer's stop and video when she wasn't even there.
I mean, well, that'll be something for you to take up at trial and see whether or not, and I'll make a ruling on whether or not that officer is allowed to testify. But whether or not that officer is allowed to testify, I can't make that decision unless you're actually in trial, because I don't know what the state's evidence is going to be. I don't know if that officer has any ties to this case whatsoever, tangentially or not. So that would be something that would have to be taken up at trial, whether or not that witness is relevant.
Well, there is an issue on the stop itself. But it is a video that was made by the officer that they're not going to sponsor.
All right. So what I'm saying is this, and I want everybody to hear me clearly to make sure that I'm communicating what I'm trying to say to you.
Yeah.
In a jury trial, witnesses will be called. I don't know anything about your case. The only thing I know is what you're charged with. I do not, and I'm not allowed to do a pre-jury trial where I hear everything and make decisions, and then people can then have a trial. So what will end up happening is the state will call witnesses. If there's a witness that the state intends to call and the defense thinks that that witness is not relevant, then I will make a ruling. If I determine that witness is not relevant, then guess what? That witness won't testify. For example, on your case, I know nothing about your case. Hopefully, Ms. Abrams knows nothing about your case. So if the state were to decide to call Ms. Abrams as a witness in this case that she knows nothing about, then you know what your attorney would probably do? Your attorney would probably say, Your Honor, I'm object to Ms. Abrams as a witness. She knows nothing about this case. Then you know what I will say? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, if you'll step outside, we're going to have a hearing outside your presence. And then I will have your attorney to question the witness. He'll probably say, Ms. Abrams, were you at this scene? No, I was not. Do you know anything about this case? No, I don't know anything about this case. Then I will turn to the state and I will say, State, how is this witness relevant? And then if they tell me, well, she doesn't know anything, then guess what I will say? This witness is not allowed to testify. Ms. Abrams will step down. The jury will come back in. I will give the jury instructions and I will say, Ms. Abrams, the witness who was called, you'll disregard any testimony that you've heard from her. It's as though she never even appeared. But I won't know if she knows anything about this case or not unless we're in a jury trial.
Well, then we do have some motion in limine issues on the case.
With the motion in limine, the way that happens, unless there is some legal reason that it appears that testimony or something cannot be heard, then I can make a ruling on it. But I can't grant motion in limines when I know nothing about the case.
We transition abruptly to a new, heartbreaking case. Unauthorized use of a vehicle UUV, a state jail felony. The attorney is pushing for treatment alpha home, and the emotional stakes are immediately clear. She just had a baby in custody. But the judge's line of questioning is brutal and necessary. For children, all being raised by a 65-year-old grandmother, with rights already terminated to the older kids. This isn't just about a UUV. It's about a complete breakdown of support systems due to addiction. Is jail the answer, or is mandated treatment the only real path forward here?
For example, the only way that I will be able to grant a motion in limine is, this is a DWI. Let's say somebody's saying you committed a murder also, right? That is unrelated to this DWI. With that, I can say that is not coming in whatsoever. But usually with motion in limines, it's different things where the attorney does not want certain things brought before the jury. And what I'll tell everybody is I'll say, look, state or defense, if the state has a motion in limine, I'll say, if you're going to get into the fact that she cut down Auburn's oak tree or whatever, I'll be like, y'all need to approach before you question that witness about that. And then the jury will go outside and then we'll talk about it. And I'll say, okay, what does her poisoning or cutting down the tree in Auburn have to do with this case? And again, if it has nothing to do with the case, I'll be like, it's not coming in. Or if I find that it's more prejudicial than probative, it's not coming in. But I can't make those decisions until I know what's going on with the case, because the only thing I know about your case is what you're charged with. I don't know any facts of the case whatsoever. I don't know. The only way I know about blood draws or whether was there a blood draw or not is because of discovery issues that were asked for. So that's where we are.
Well, Judge, I do believe I have a right to file a motion to suppress the blood draw. I have the
but has that been
file
filed?
a motion to suppress the video.
Has it been filed?
I'm going to file it now, but this is the first notice that I received that they're not going to use that witness at all.
Okay.
So I'm asking you to give me 2801 pretrial hearing.
Well, you all need to file those and file it today, and it'll be heard today. Thank you.
I don't know that I can file it today.
This case has been going on since July 2024. And I know Ms. Cotner is ready for this case to be concluded. And this case is going to be concluded. So it needs to be filed today. We've been here forever on this case.
Well,
So,
Judge,
file the
this
motion.
is the state's delay, not mine.
Mhm.
You understand that?
I do understand that. And what I'm telling you is motions need to be filed, and those motions need to be filed today. I don't know how many other ways I can say it.
Right.
Your
So-
motion needs to be filed today.
I will file it today, but it's what I heard you say you would hear it today.
File your motion. State, have your witnesses here. Discuss, confer.
Okay. Very good.
Did you understand you're charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more? That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine.
Yes.
After reviewing State's Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. I'm going to set this off for sentencing because I need a TAP evaluation. Would you like a full PSI or just a TAP evaluation?
Well, let's do a whole PSI. I think that would help you in the final sentencing.
All right, Ms. Abrams, this is going to be set for a PSI and a TAP evaluation. And could you also do a referral to felony drug court? Ms. Ferguson, what date? March 10th? All right, we'll be back on March 10th. At that time, I will let you know whether or not I'm following the plea bargain agreement. And if I do follow the plea bargaining agreement, at that time, I'll set conditions for you. My decision will be based upon any evidence that's presented to me. Do you have any questions? All right, thank you. We'll see you then.
Thank you very much.
On January 13th, a PSI and a TAP evaluation was ordered. According to your plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 8 years in the prison, and the state is recommending community supervision. Have both parties had a chance to review the PSI and the TAP evaluation?
I have, Your Honor.
Yes, Judge.
And also, there was a DDRF mixed screening. Did both parties review that as well?
Yes, Judge.
Which is that now?
The DDRF and mixed screening?
I don't know that I called the name of that.
It's a mental health evaluation.
Oh, yes, I looked at that.
All right, any objections?
No, Judge.
No, Judge.
All right, anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, we're asking for probation for you to follow the plea bargain. Ms. Cotner has been monitored full time. She had no violations, and she's had this device keep her in the home. She hasn't been driving. I think she's done everything positive that she could do to show this court that she would be a good probationer.
All right, state you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. It's going to follow your agreement. The court is going to sentence you to 8 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 8 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs. There's to be a referral to felony drug court probation. She's already been accepted to felony drug court. They were just waiting for the outcome of her application. DWI intervention, DWI education course, VIP live, ignition interlock for half the term. There's to be 200 hours of community service restitution. Do you have any hobbies? What do you do?
Well, I like to read and go to AA meetings and visit with family and friends.
All right. So are you employed?
No, ma'am, I am retired, but due to expenses, I may have to seek part-time employment.
Okay. And who do you live with?
I live with a very nice elderly gentleman. He's a veteran. His name is Mr. Eloy Lopez Sr.
Mhm.
I rent the room in his home.
Okay. All right. So there's going to be 200 hours community service restitution. How often are you doing AA meetings?
Usually I try daily, but I would average 3 to 5 times a week minimum online because I've been under and am currently on 24/7 house arrest.
All right. So
yes,
there's going to be sober support meetings 3 times per week. There's to be restitution of $60 for laboratory tests, and that is to be to the Texas Department of Public Safety. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. And I'm not going to order proof of employment because she's retired, but if she obtains employment, there's to be no employment, as a home health care provider or with minors. If for some reason, if felony drug court is at capacity, then it'll be intensive outpatient treatment with probation. Probation, is there anything else? All right, is there anything else you need from the court?
Judge, she has a monitor.
State, do you have any objection to removal of the GPS monitor?
No, Judge.
All right, and GPS will be removed.
Do I need to get an order for that, or is that?
Just talk to the clerk.
Okay.
All right, is there anything else you need from the court to be successful?
no, ma'am, I would just like to say, Your Honor, that I'm very, very sorry. Words can't effectively convey the remorse I feel for ever having endangered a life. The safety of the community is the most important thing for anyone. I'd like to continue the life I've been leading since this incident happened, and that is a good Christian life, practicing, putting God first and practicing my AA program daily, no days off. It's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And I'd like to continue that. I'd like to continue the help that I'm able to give others in recovery And if I can help just one person not to drink and drive, then I'll feel very good. And I'd also like to thank you, Your Honor, your prosecutors, and your entire court staff for such grace and professionalism. I truly thank y'all. And this is truly a gift. And I thank you so much. And I thank God. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. You've made my day. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney?
Another chance. 2 years in jail suspended. 6 years of probation. Like the last case, the court sentence is packed with requirements. Drug court, alpha home referral, and a mandate to get her GED or a trade to support her kids. This is a court saying, I won't lock you up today, but you must fundamentally rebuild your life. The judge is trading a prison cell for intensive accountability. This second case highlights the court's recurring strategy. Use the threat of incarceration to force rehabilitation.
Did you understand it and sign it? Understand and sign it?
Oh, do I need to sign?
Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and probation, with regards to our community service, if you end up doing more in your AA meetings, by that I mean sometimes people become group leaders, sometimes they go to the meetings in person and they help set up, or they become a counselor, let me know and I'll consider waiving some of your community service hours. All right, thank you. And thank you. You're always on time. You're always dressed appropriately. I appreciate that.
Thank you, Judge Boyd.
Thank you. Have a good day. Use of a vehicle, that's a state jail felony. The range of punishment is anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
In States Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor, if we may.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Your Honor, my client has been struggling with some substance abuse issues for some time now. She was deemed eligible and screened eligible for an alpha home. We would ask that she be allowed that opportunity to be transferred into that facility so she can gain the skills that she needs to be successful on probation, Your Honor. She did recently just have a newly born child. She did have that child while she was in custody. So really opened her eyes up to the fact that she wants to be a good mother for her child. And she does, and she wants treatment. She wants to work on herself so she can provide a better life, not only for herself, but for her child.
All right. How many children do you have? Sorry, what are their ages?
5, 3, 5, 3, 2, and my newborn.
All right. Where are your children?
My grandmother.
All right. So your grandmother is now mother to a 5-year-old, 3-year-old, 2-year-old, and a newborn. How old is your grandmother?
She is 64. She turned 65 today.
All right. That's a lot to put on her because you're not doing your job.
I realized that.
Where are their fathers?
Not in the picture at the moment.
Well, where are they though? Where are they located?
My newborn's father is located here in Bexar County, and
when you say Bexar County, do you mean the Bexar County jail, or you? So the newborn's father is in custody,
and my 2 middle children, their father is not around, and
where is he?
He's
MIA. Dismissed. Okay. And the 5-year-old?
He has never been in the picture since she was born.
How far did you go in school?
8th grade, 9th grade.
All right. Why didn't you graduate?
I dropped out. I started doing drugs when I was 15.
How old were you?
15.
Is Child Protective Services involved? Who's your Child Protective Services attorney?
They just opened a new case again, so I don't know yet.
All right. So were your rights terminated to your 5-year-old, 3-year-old, and 2-year-old?
Yes, I gave my rights to my grandma.
Okay.
To my mom.
Have you ever had employment?
When I was sober, yes.
Doing what?
I worked at a Mexican restaurant, mostly fast food.
Okay. And who is Brianna Lynn Lopez to you?
I don't know who that is.
Oh, she's the person who was in the vehicle.
Oh, that's just a friend of mine. A friend that I had when I was friends.
Okay. All right. This is what the court is. Is this her first case? Or has she had other cases?
Your Honor, she has a previous conviction for assault of a public officer.
All right.
Sure. She was placed on probation on that one, Judge, but she wasn't given the chance for treatment. So essentially, she was revoked on that probation because she was afraid that if she would go and test, she would test positive. So she basically absconded. But it seems like they weren't dealing with her issues then, and they just wanted to place her on probation and just ignore the fact that she has some deep-rooted issues that we're trying to help her out with.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. Court is going to sentence you to 2 years in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 6 years. TAP evaluation, that can be done while she's in custody. I wrote a referral to felony drug court and a referral to Alpha Home. There's to be restitution, if any. 120 hours of community service restitution. I want you to obtain your GED, or either you're going to get a trade or something so you can support your children and yourself. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So once she provides proof of GED or any type of trade, the court will waive the 120 hours community service restitution.
Yes, Your Honor.
There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. I'm going to want the UA hotline. All right. And you're not allowed to reside with your mom. And let me just tell you why I'm doing that. One, because there are minors in the house and you need to get your drug situation under control. But two, if Child Protective Services place that newborn with her, they're placing those children with her because she's supposed to protect them. And part of protecting them is not allowing you around them unless CPS allows for visitation. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
So the defendant is not allowed either from inpatient treatment or custody. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or minors. And when I say no unsupervised contact with minors, I know how it works when people have CPS cases. They end up getting somebody else who's in CPS care, and that person says, oh, I need you to babysit my children. You are not allowed to babysit anybody's children. Do you understand?
Yes.
Probation, is there anything else you need? Here's the thing. You've had all these children, and each time you've had a child, you had a chance to learn that one, you shouldn't be doing drugs, and because you brought children into the world, you got to take care of them. You can't just leave them at Travis Park and say, good luck to you, right? And children don't choose their parents, but now you're a parent. So you need to make a decision with your life. Either you're going to be clean and sober and be an upstanding person in their life that they can be proud of, or either you're not. But whatever you do, don't do this thing where you get your children's hopes up that mom is going to be clean and sober, mom's going to be in their life, and then the next thing you know, you're back to doing drugs, because they don't understand. It breaks their heart each time. And the other thing you need to understand is you have a lot of suitcases. It's called baggage, right? I think children are a great thing, but some people see them as suitcases. So each one of those children, and the reason why I say it's suitcases and it's baggage, because you need to be careful about who you bring into their lives. Like, who wants to carry all those suitcases? So you got your felony convictions. You got the fact that right now you don't have your education, but I know you're going to get that. You have it right now, your substance abuse issues, but I know you're telling me you're going to take care of that. And you have all of your children. That's a lot of suitcases for somebody else to carry. And I say that because I've seen it time and time again where people, women and men, are doing great on their plan. And then guess what? They think they've met a great guy. They think they met a great woman. And then the next thing you know, they're back to the same way. Don't be that person, because your children are dependent on you. You understand? Yes. And their grandmother, your mom, is depending on you. All right, good luck to you.
Got a reference to one matter.
Yes.
You said 2 over 6, 6 years probation. For state jail, isn't the max 5-year probation?
Oh, it is. It is. So 5.
If
I could give you more, I would. Yeah, it is 5.
But thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And are you Jennifer Hernandez? Yes. Right. Did you review the documents entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision and State's Motion to Supplement Pending Motion to Revoke Probation with your attorney?
Yes.
Did you understand it?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you the same Jennifer Amber Hernandez who was placed on community supervision in 2022 CR 11622 for the offense of unauthorized use of a vehicle on April 10th, 2023 for a term of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, state.
County, Texas, the defendant Jennifer Amber Hernandez did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of July, August, September, October, November, December 2023, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October 2024 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true? I'm sorry.
State waives the remaining violation allegations.
Any objections?
None.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to $1,000 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Amend conditions for updated TAP recommendations, which are to restart Alpha Home Program.
All right, why would I go along with that? She's been missing. And didn't I previously order Alpha Home?
There were some issues, Judge. She is in a different place at this moment as far as.
What were the issues with Alpha Home? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jennifer Amber Hernandez.
All right, I ordered her to be released to Alpha Home only. So, first question, were you released to Alpha Home?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so why were you not unsuccessful?
I started using again after I was there. It was really a good program. I got in touch with people I shouldn't have got in touch with, and I relapsed.
All right, I don't see why I should follow this agreement because she was in a good program. This is not a situation where there's some miscommunications on my orders. She was ordered into Alpha Home. I did not allow her to be released to go on her own to Alpha Home. What I did was I ordered her to be transferred from custody to Alpha Home. She was. And then what the state has just read to me, she has been missing since July of 2023. So I don't understand why I should continue her.
Well, Judge, I've had an opportunity to talk with her about her situation now. She's a little older and a little wiser, and she understands her situation. From the beginning, when I first talked to her, she was reaching out for help. She's serious about it. Sometimes it doesn't ring true, and I appreciate, Judge, your willingness to help her at that time. Drugs are hard. You know the story, that it's sometimes difficult to face, and it takes, you got to hit rock bottom. It's got to hit you. Sitting in jail, she's come to that understanding, that place where I think she's in a position where she understands that she needs help. That was the first thing she ever said to me when I spoke.
Yes.
When I was out there in the streets, I learned a lot, and it was way harder on me. I had lost myself. I thought I was losing my mental state. Using it was the point where I started feeling like I was crazy, and I was in the streets. My mom came, I never had.
Sorry, you were where?
In the street, in the streets. I was living from house to house or whatever, and I kind of learned this past time, I'm gonna night again, really to do that again. I don't want to do that. I hit rock bottom. When I came in here, I was like, you could see my bones from my face. I don't want to go through that again. I kind of, it wasn't me when I came back in here. But I really want help. They always end up sending me to like lockdown facilities, but I really love the Alpha Home. The Alpha Home was
Oh, let me just tell you, you're not going back to the Alpha Home.
okay.
That's out of the question.
Yes, ma'am.
You're going to a lockdown facility because obviously being at the Alpha Home, if I were to continue, you would be going to a lockdown facility. These are your choices. And do you deserve these choices I'm about to give you? Probably not, because you've been missing since 2023. But I'm taking in consideration the nature of the case that you're on probation for and the fact that you have someone who needs their restitution paid. So this is what's going to happen. You are either going inpatient treatment at a lockdown facility or felony drug court, or I can sentence you today and I'll sentence you to 1 year in the state jail facility. Those are your choices. Those are the only choices you have. Do not ask me about outpatient treatment. Do not ask me if you can do it on your own. Those are the only choices you have. Probation. This is what's going to happen. She's pled true to violation of condition number 4. I see that her probation length is for 5 years.
That's less than a year left on the probation, Judge.
It's been probation in 23.
Yeah.
5 years would be 28.
Yes.
Judge, if she expires April 2025, the underlying sentence was 5 years.
Yeah, she should be from 2023. That's when she was placed on probation for 5 years.
She was placed on probation for 2
No.
2 years.
I placed her on probation for 5 years.
And that would be 20 years.
Okay.
What's notated was jail suspended and probated for 5 years.
Yes.
Starting on April 10th, 2023. So our system seems to be incorrect.
Okay. All right.
So,
And I see that your recommendation, at least probation's recommendation, the office is recommending that she be continued. This is what the court will do. Yeah. I don't know who's making these recommendations. She's been gone since 2023.
yes, Judge.
All right. So I'm finding number 4 true. I'm going to deny the motion. I don't know if you're going to be successful on this or not. I'm going to alternate amend conditions. Do you need an updated TAP or can I send her to safety?
Judge did a evaluation. There are a couple of offenses that are going to prohibit her into any lockdown facility unless those are taken into consideration.
All right. If you all can step back and see what offenses probation is speaking of. Because if she has open cases, there's
familiar with those.
What is the open case?
Assault, peace officer, harassment, public servant, Your Honor.
All right. And so when y'all are making these offers, why do you all think that I do not need to know this? Because nobody told me that she has open pending cases. What is happening with these? I just been given this. What is happening with these open pending cases?
They're subject to review and they haven't been presented to the grand jury. We talked about this the last time we were here. We were not going to, I know you didn't want to get involved in plea negotiations.
Because there was supposed to be a contested hearing today.
That was on the MTR because of the circumstances, but we've come to an agreement. Different prosecutor, we were able to have a meeting of the minds.
And Judge, the supervising officer is present today.
Did y'all even confer with the supervising officer before y'all reach y'all agreement? Did anybody talk to the person who was subpoenaed to be here?
I didn't subpoena.
Why would you all approach me? And I keep saying, talk to probation. And this is a contested hearing. And probation has brought this officer here who's needed back, looking at other people. You all need to go confer with her. Go confer with her.
Go have a seat, ma'am.
All right. So did you all speak with probation?
We did, Your Honor.
All right. So this is what I'm going to have y'all do. I'm going to have y'all come back at 1:30. I need to think on this, on what I'm going to do with her and what would be appropriate. All right, everybody's staring at me. I mean, that's.
You
what to do.
haven't said that we could go, Your Honor.
Pardon?
You haven't.
Yes. Oh,
asked us.
y'all can be excused till 1:30. Thank you. All right, so the court was not aware of certain things about this case before the court gave you your options. One, the court was not made aware that you had 2 open pending cases. So what I can tell you is this: because you have 2 open felony cases, no inpatient treatment facility will accept you.
Yes, sir.
So have you all reached an agreement on anything else, counsel?
Yes,
All right, and
defer to the prosecutor.
state.
Adjudicating guilt, says punishment at 6 months of confinement.
All right. So what they're requesting now is that they're asking that the court rescinds its previous ruling and that you be sentenced to 180 days in the state jail facility. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you had an opportunity to discuss that with your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you waiving your right to appeal? All right. And defense, if you could for me, please.
I did fill out.
Let me see if I have it.
I checked with the amount of days she has credit. She has 174 days. She owes him 6.
All right. Counsel? All right, then what the court will do, the court is finding violation of condition number 4 true. The court will follow your agreement, grant the motion, revoke, find you guilty, and sentence you to 6 months in the state jail facility, give you credit for any time served. I'll recommend the therapeutic community. And let me see if there's any restitution. Probation, do you know if any restitution was ever requested from the complainant?
Your Honor,
Yes.
just out of curiosity, how long will it take for her to be transferred to the state jail facility to serve those 6 days?
You'll have to contact the sheriff's office and ask them. Or either the quickest way to ask is to ask an inmate. I always tell people inmates can tell you how long it takes to transfer, and they can also tell you how much time they're actually doing on parole. Those are the only 2 things that inmates are responsible for. But just a second. Yes. All right. And there's to be no contact with CHANTACA, CHANTACA. And there's $1,000 fine. Time and money will run concurrently. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. So with regards to these other 2 cases, the harassment and the assault on the peace officer, state, when are you expecting for that to be properly investigated to see whether or not it's going to be indicted, or are they going to be rejected?
I don't know when they'll be indicted, but I seriously doubt they would be rejected, Your Honor.
All right. So,
Your Honor, I apologize for interrupting. As a practical matter, perhaps it might be better to sentence under 1244A.
no, I will not be doing that. She hasn't reported since 2023. So here's my next question. With regards to these 2 other cases, again, they'll probably hold her at the jail because it's going to show these 2 cases are open before they transfer her to the state jail facility. We're going to recall these 2 cases. State, you all need to make a decision on whether or not you're going to seek indictment or not. I don't know how the system is run upstairs, who is over whether or not these cases are indicted, which prosecutor it will be. But we're going to call this back. And counsel, you're able to be here January 19th?
Yes.
All right.
Let me check the date just to make sure.
We can do the 16th, the 17th, or the 19th. That'll give the state a whole week to decide whether or not these cases, they're going to be seeking for it to be indicted. Officer Shilley?
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you so much for coming this morning, and thank you for zooming back in this afternoon.
Of course.
All right.
You said January 19th? It's some
No, December 19th.
December 9th.
Or you can do the 16th, the 17th.
19th.
All right, Norma, if you'll recall her back for December 19th, at that time, the state will let the court know what their plans are with these other two cases. Otherwise, you're still going to be in limbo. You understand? All right, thank you.
Yeah,
Yes. So here's the court's question. On some documentation, her name is Trejo Hernandez. On others, it is Hernandez Trejo. So are you Hernandez Trejo or Trejo Hernandez? All right. Did you review the document entitled Court Admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you understand in count 2, you're charged with harassment of a public servant? That's a 3rd-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
If you have all right, after appearing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, if you recall, Ms. Trejo Hernandez Trejo was at Alpha House, and there was a motion to revoke her probation. And that was cleared. The recommendation at the time was if we had cleared this case that was outstanding unindicted, they were willing to take her back. So, and I want to thank the prosecution for recalling Ms. Trejo's situation and recommending that she be placed on a mental health caseload because there are issues with her mental health. I had received the standard form from the jail indicating upon her evaluation at the jail, they report her as post-traumatic stress disorder, bipolar disorder, major depressive disorder, and anxiety disorder. So that being said, Alpha House is, I'm sure you're
Yes.
aware of Alpha House. And she was doing well at Alpha House. She relapsed, and that got her into this situation that we're in front of the court today. But I want to thank the prosecution for recognizing the presence of Alpha House. Ms. Trejo wants to return there. She did well there. She appreciates their approach to things, and she believes she can be successful there. And asked that you permit her to do that. I realize all you can do is recommend, because they would have to clear.
All right, this is what the court is going to do. The court is finding you guilty. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 4 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, regular random UAs, a MIC evaluation, transfer from the Bexar County Jail to Alpha Home. There's to be 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to require anger management. Once she completes that, that will be deemed satisfied. There's to be no contact with Joseph Andrew Sanchez, proof of employment or SSI within 45 days of release. No employment as a home health care provider or with minors. No unsupervised contact with minors. Field visits 1 time per month until further notice. And 90 sober meetings in 90 days. And if there's a need for a renewed TAP or an updated TAP evaluation, then an updated TAP. Probation, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need to be successful?
No, thank you.
You're welcome. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendants' Rights to Appeal? Your attorney, did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Because this is a plea bargaining agreement, because I followed your plea bargaining agreement, because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Good luck to you. You don't have to do better. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you.